Boys for Life Tour, Sunrise, Florida. This is your number for you go. Let's get into it. You guys are going to be at the Emirates Arena on Saturday, April 11th. Capacity of that venue is up to 21,000 attendees. Doors are going to open at 7 and show is at 8. And I do hear they start on time. Box office is going to open at 6. Bags. No bags, purses, or backpacks will be permitted. Only small clutches that are no bigger than 4x6. A barometer for a 4x6 bag is going to be a 4x6 photo. So if you have a 4x6 photo somewhere around your home, use that, put your bag up against it. And if it falls within that size range, then you're good. If it is bigger than the 4x6 photo, you probably need to look for something else. They also mentioned no hard-sided bags. The only exceptions to this policy is diaper bags, breast pump bags, and other bags that are needed for medical purposes. No chains, spikes, or similar items will be allowed into the venue. So sometimes, ladies, our purses will have straps that are made out of chains. If it is a long strap, leave it at home. If you have a purse that has a short strap, any clutch, any bag that is this size may have a short strap. Some of them have long straps, but it may have a short strap. And if it's a short strap that's made out of a chain, then you should be fine. They do have lockers at this venue. They're available outside the Emirates Bank Arena main entrance at the bottom of the public plaza stairs. Okay, so if you need to store something, you bring something that's not allowed in, you happen to bring a bag that's too big, at least they do have lockers. I would plan to pay for them with card. Most of them only accept card. They do not state if that's the case, but most venues, when they have these lockers, they only accept card. So card or tap to pay. If you need to pick up tickets from the box office, if you want to buy alcohol for the night, please remember to bring your ID because you will need your ID for either of those situations. Portable fans, they are not specifically addressed on their prohibited list, but I've not ran into an arena that has not allowed me to bring in my portable fan. I would say just make sure that it fits inside your bag. Portable chargers, they are allowed. A lot of times they want them to be no bigger than the size of your phone. Selfie sticks are a no, they are not allowed. If you have mace or pepper spray on your keychain, please remember to take that off because it is considered a weapon and they're not going to allow it inside. Umbrellas must be under 33 inches to be allowed into the building. When I think of umbrellas, automatically just go small and compact. If for some reason you have to bring one. Small, collapsible, compact umbrellas, no golf-size umbrellas. They want them to be able to fit under your seat comfortably. Posters, 2 feet by 2 feet is the max. Okay, nothing attached to it. It cannot be attached to a pole. It is a poster that has to be held by your hand. No vulgarities, no obscenities, and cannot be blocking anybody's view. The venue is cashless. Okay, so think tap to pay, think cards if you want to buy food, merch, drinks. It is a smoke and tobacco-free facility. Smoking will not be permitted in the arena. This policy includes vapes, e-cigs, electronic, and other smoking devices. They're not going to allow in lighters, cigarettes, vapes, e-cigs, and other smoking devices. They're not going to even allow them into the building per their policy. They do have a strict no re-entry policy. They don't mention anything about designated smoking areas. So if you go outside the building and want to get back in, you're going to need a brand new ticket. Cameras. Professional cameras, cameras with detachable lenses, cameras with lenses longer than 6 inches, recording devices, audio recording devices, GoPros are not allowed. They mentioned laptop computers, tablets, any audio video recording device other than a cell phone are not going to be allowed, and no drones. Okay, so that was a lot. What is allowed? Of course, the camera on your phone, a point and shoot camera, disposable camera, and typically your Polaroid cameras are allowed. They specifically say cameras with lenses that have cameras with extendable lenses longer than 6 inches are not allowed, okay? Because after that, they consider it professional. So I get a lot of questions about Kodaks, Canons. I think I get a lot on the Canon G7, GX7. That typically is okay. Detachable lenses are not. So if you have a camera that only works with a detachable lens, leave it at home because that's going to be considered a professional camera. GoPros, spectacle glasses, meta glasses, any of the recording glasses, leave those at home because they're not going to be allowed in the building either. Outside food, it is a no. The only thing that they say they are going to allow is 1 unopened plastic bottle of water per guest. Okay, that's what's on their list of allowed things. A lot of times what I see is that is allowed for basketball games and sometimes it is not allowed for concerts. Okay, so I want to throw that out there in case you get there and then they make you throw it out. Wheelchair escorts are available to any guest who has limited mobility and need assistance getting to and from their seat. Upon arrival, they want you to notify the nearest event service team member that you would like to request a wheelchair escort. They will then meet the guest at the entrance and assist them to their seat. Please be aware that the staff nor the wheelchair will remain with you during the event. Arrangements will be made between the event services team member and the guest to return with a wheelchair escort at the end of the event or any other time that you would need it or like it. For any guest who wishes to transfer from their walker or wheelchair to a seat, they will store your item behind you in the ADA section. Parking is going to be available via SeatGeek. You can do this on their website. If you enter in the Amerant Bank Arena in the search box, it will pull up their page. From here, you want to select parking. It will then bring up the Millennium Tour. You select that, then you'll have your options that will be available to you. Parking is going to open at 6. You can look at the map to choose which lot you'll want. See lots that are available. You can even select your lot by clicking the actual parking lot on the map, and it will give you the option to select your amount of tickets. If you need to buy 1, 2, or 3, of course, most people are going to be buying 1 ticket. And from there, you can purchase. I would definitely suggest taking care of your parking in advance. You don't want to drive to the venue. There are some options. Public transportation, of course. You want to go that route, use Google Maps, put in your starting point, put in your ending point. It'll spit out what's available to you. Keep it open. It will ride with you as you go. The other option, of course, is Uber or Lyft, rideshare. They mentioned that you should utilize Gate 3 for rideshare entrance. Guests will be dropped off at the North Pedestrian Walkway entrance, and rideshare drivers will leave the gate at Gate 2. After the event, they direct all rideshare vehicles to enter Gate 3 and pick up guests at the northern end of the North Pedestrian Walkway. And then you will leave at Gate 2. For arriving, it's fine to follow those directions. However, when it comes to leaving, I recommend picking a spot that is away from the venue, especially if it is very crowded. Because what ends up happening is it gets so congested, and it just becomes really hard for your Uber driver to find you and get to you. I like to walk at least 2 or 3 blocks away, find a restaurant, find a store, gas station, and use that as your pickup location for the Uber driver. I also recommend, if you're going this route, book it in advance. Don't wait until the day of. If you book it in advance, it'll save you a few coins. Okay. It gets very expensive if you try to book it the day of. Weather for the evening, 68 degrees and a few clouds. So a beautiful night for a show. Sunrise, Florida. That is your number for you go. Are you guys ready? It's go time. It's go time. If you are driving and you have bought parking passes, please make sure you download them, have them ready to go. You're either going to have to scan them or show them to somebody to get into your respective garages and lots. That's going to keep parking moving. Download your tickets for the show. That keeps you getting into the venue quickly as well. Pack your patience. It's a lot of people coming to the show. Getting there is half the battle. I feel like getting home is the worst part of it all. Any questions, any comments, drop them. I do try to get back to you the best I can. If Sunrise, Florida is not your stop on this tour, but you are going to one of the upcoming cities on this tour and you want to be in a know before you go, feel free to give me a follow because I am covering this whole tour. I'm also covering a lot of the other hot tours for 2026. So if you want to be in a know before you go to enjoy your show, feel free to give me a follow because I got you. Sunrise, Florida, please be safe and enjoy the show, y'all. Bye.